after just one fight in the Bellator cage.
Oh my God, this is over!
Notice was served.
I'm back!
Tonight, Quentin Rampage Jackson takes the first step in his quest to rule the light heavyweight division.
Everybody in my weight class better be shaking in their boots
as he faces former Bellator world champion Christian Mpumbu.
Oh, good right hand! That is it!
Plus, the King returns in a career-defining fight.
One and done.
As King Mo battles Russian destroyer Mikhail Zayats.
That is a dangerous man.
The toughest tournament in sports kicks off a new season.
Unbelievable!
Y'all get ready.
Bellator MMA, live on Spike, starts right now.
From the spectacular Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, the new season of Bellator begins live on Spike. With Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. An extremely fired up crowd is with us for this stacked card, which features the semifinal round of the light heavyweight tournament. Rampage Jackson versus former Bellator world champion Christian Mpumbu, and King Mo facing Mikhail Zayats. Plus, Jimmy will have the opening round of the 8-man featherweight tournament.
The deepest division in the toughest tournament in sports, a great mix of newcomers and tournament veterans. Our first fight, a mix just like that. Mike the Marine Richmond, a tournament finalist, taking on the athletic Des Green. Des Green, an outstanding wrestler, but a disappointing performance. The last time he was in the Bellator tournament, he said, you'll see an aggressive Des Green. I'm looking for the finish. But Mike the Marine Richmond, known for his boxing, his knockout power, especially with the straight left, he's looking to finish this on the feet tonight.
Dave and Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
And the difference between these two fighters, the reach. 5-inch reach advantage for Des Green. Can he keep the hard-hitting Mike Richmond at a distance?
Here's Bellator cage announcer Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to Mohegan Sun. As tonight, the Bellator MMA season premiere begins with 3 5-minute rounds in the toughest tournament in sports. This featherweight opening round contest is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports and Bellator MMA every Friday night. And now, live on Spike, we introduce first the red corner. At 5'10", weighing in at 145.8 pounds, a former tournament competitor. Tonight, he stands with 10 professional victories, just 2 defeats. He fights out of Rochester, New York, introducing Des, the Predator Green. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'8", weighing in at 144.8 pounds. The former tournament finalist returns with a professional record of 16 wins, 3 losses. He fights out of Rosemount, Minnesota, introducing Mike the Marine Richmond. And the referee in charge of the contest, Big John McCarthy.
At stake, a place in the featherweight tournament Final Four. Des Green, 24 years old, versus 28-year-old Mike Richmond.
Mike, you ready? You ready? Let's get it on.
The bell in round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Des Green, the superior wrestler, will he use that or will he stand with Mike Richmond?
Green in the black trunks, Richmond in the white and black trunks.
Both guys southpaws. Mike Richmond says the first southpaw opponent I've ever faced. He says I get to use my jab a lot more.
Green, Jimmy, actually gave us a numerical equation to victory. All of our fights, his commentators and his fans, I've never heard this. He said 6 takedowns wins me this fight. I've never heard a fighter break it down like that.
And I think that's smart. I think 2 takedowns per round. If he's able to hold Mike Richmond down, might win him the fight, but he also talked about going in for the finish.
Time called by John McCarthy, and eye poke on Mike Richmond. You see? Right into his right eye.
Let me look, let me look, let me look, let me look. Look at me. Ugly?
Nah, I'm pretty good.
Am I ugly?
Still ugly.
Okay, then you seem pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
Big John just asked, am I ugly?
Take your time.
All right.
Okay. Clear it out. I can see it.
Look at that
No
finger,
touch.
yeah, right in the eye.
Take your time for a second.
good vision
We
test.
good?
If John McCarthy is not ugly, something's wrong with your eye.
Groin strikes, you get 5 minutes on the
Okay,
clock
so
to
watch your fingers
recover.
going out when you're defending, all right?
Any other foul,
Ready?
including an eye poke,
Fight!
quote-unquote
5 minutes.
reasonable amount of time. McCarthy feels that he gave Richmond a reasonable amount of time to continue. Time in. Round number 1 continues. Richmond really prides himself on his tight boxing. Talks about feints, talks about head movement, lateral movement. He said Green is just a head-down wild swinger. He actually called Green striking annoying. Jimmy, as you well know, really technical strikers, be it in MMA, be it in Muay Thai, be it in boxing, don't like the swingers and the wingers often.
But you have to be ready for those kind of guys, especially in MMA. The punches come from funny angles. Don't see it a lot when you're taking on outstanding boxers.
Keep the mouthpiece all the way in your mouth.
That's a slip from Green, right back to his feet. Tellingly, Richmond didn't pounce because he wants to keep it standing, utilize his punches.
Another trip by Des Green, just getting his feet caught up underneath him. Not solid with his footwork, but that's where all your punching power comes from.
A slip by Richmond, and that time Green surprisingly didn't pounce. Blood coming out of the nose of Mike Richmond, and there's the takedown. He said he needed a half dozen. That's number 1 for Green, and Richmond right back to his feet. Lands the right hand.
Which one? Which fighter? Which?
Halfway through round number 1. Left hand from Richmond.
Des Green moving very awkwardly on that right ankle. I think it might be hurt, Sean.
Watch your fingers.
Every time he tries to put pressure on that right ankle and turn it, it ends up going out on him. So he switched to almost a square stance. That's very weird.
There's a feint from Richmond. Eludes that left hand, eludes that right.
Ask him in about the awkward style, those reaching punches.
They're landing on Richmond's shoulders, not landing cleanly. Punches don't have to be pretty to knock you out. Green, though, Jimmy, really having trouble finding his striking timing thus far.
He is. He's doing well against the fence, landing some good punches there. Mike Richmond so far landing the better strikes in the center of the cage.
Richmond talked about being patient in this fight, and I think thus far he's showing a lot of patience. You can download the Bellator app now. It's free of charge. Score every round live as you are the 4th judge. You get real-time fight stats plus fighter bios, video highlights, and so much more in the Bellator app. Final minute, round number 1. Richmond stepping forward.
Des Green backing off, looking for those countering opportunities. So far, hasn't been able to find him. Nice jab.
And landed flush from the southpaw stance. Richmond resetting his feet. It's either southpaw versus southpaw. Good left hand.
Richmond finding his range at the end of this first round.
Green, though, landed a right hand in that sequence, now driving for the takedown and couldn't find it. Mike Richmond versus Des Green for a place in the semifinals. The end of round 1. We're back with round 2 right after this from 300, Rise of an Empire.
Get it on!
Every battle fought,
Today we will dance across the backs of dead Greeks.
every drop of blood,
For glory's sake. War!
every sacrifice has led to this.
the war will rage. With a title fight every week. So prepare for battle, because the 300 will be avenged. Stay tuned for an extended sneak peek of 300 Rise of an Empire, and watch Bellator every Friday night on Spike.
Des Green in the last round. See it here. Tripped on that right ankle. You see they're landing on it awkwardly. Had some issue with it, twisted it there as well. I think it's been affecting his footwork. That's where you generate all of your powers. Had trouble with that right ankle.
Right. Let's get up.
Des Green versus Mike Richmond, round number 2. Opening round fight of this Bellator Season 10 featherweight tournament. The winner through to the semifinal round. Our judges have been assigned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Jimmy, what did you think on your scorecard?
Close first round. I give it 10-9 Mike Richmond. Thought he was controlling the fight in the center, landing some good punches. Des Green has had his moments, though. Jimmy Smith MMA on Twitter, at Sean Wheelock on Twitter. Let us know what you think of the fight so far. Des Green did get a takedown, did land some punches against the fence, but it's been mostly at this range.
Small mouse is formed under the right eye of Mike Richmond. Also started bleeding out of his nose in round 1.
That was from those punches against the fence.
Trying to turn up the punching volume, closing the distance, and the takedown from Des Green. Big knees to the thigh by Green. Twice Richmond Jimmy has been taken down, both times popped back up immediately to his feet. Coming up, we continue on in this Bellator featherweight tournament opening round with Diego Nunes versus Matt Bissett.
Des Green's fighting smart here, trying to take the legs out from under Mike Richmond with those knees, wear him down, make this a fight of attrition. He's had 9 wins, only 3 finishes in those 9 wins. He's used to going the distance. He's used to long fights. That's what he wants to make this.
See, the Richmond has made himself a grounded opponent, so Green can't legally knee his head. Can knee the body, though, choosing not to. Instead, Jimmy's working for position.
It's also very fatiguing carrying your opponent's weight like this.
Gotta work, gotta work. There we go, nice.
Green, nice takedown. Power plus technique, and now Richmond flat on his back. And this is where Des Green wants to go to work.
That's that opposite side wrist control. Seatbelt around the body.
Hammer fist from Green, and they're landing. See blood on Richmond's right knee. Don't know if that's from his nosebleed or if he's actually cut on his knee. I think it's actually from the nosebleed. Either way, I don't think he cares at this point.
Good top pressure so far by Des Green. Tight side control.
See Richmond trying to work from the bottom. Green matching him.
Des Green needs to keep the activity level high. Land short punches from here. Can't just hold.
To the body. A new episode of Bar Rescue, followed by Adam Carolla's series premiere, Catch a Contractor, Sunday, March 9th, live on Spike. Side control, left hands thrown by Des Green. 90 seconds now remaining, round number 2.
It's the kind of fight Des Green wants. A grinding kind of fight where you can take the energy and the speed out of Mike Richmond. Mike Richmond needs explosiveness to get his game going. That's what his game is all about.
Big exhale there from Mike Richmond. Forced to play a lot of defense right now. Richmond back to his feet. Green immediately and tenaciously, Jimmy right on him with that waist cinch and the takedown.
Not giving him any space at all.
Getting Green inside control. Hammer fist from Green.
Careful with the elbow, Des.
Green doing a good job, Jimmy, of just holding side control. Can't step over in the full mount. He's also really neutralizing the game right now of Mike Richmond. Closing seconds, round number 2. Richmond wanted to take this fight to the mat, and that's where we end with the second round over.
He's going to try to shoot, all right? So circle, hit and move, move and hit, but keep your hands busy, all right? Keep things busy this round. Step in behind shots. He's going to look for those uppercuts, too, because he reaches that one hand out. All right, so look for that uppercut when you're going in, but step in on those shots. Doing well. Breathe it in. Suck it in. All right, drink it up. All right, now just pick it up like you know you can, all right? Let those hands drop like you know you can this round, all right? Just let it go. You found your range, so let it go. Drop it down.
All right. 35.
1 round remaining between Des Green and Mike Richmond. The winner through to the final 4 of this Bellator featherweight tournament. Jimmy, on your scorecard.
I have it all tied up, 19-19. I gave Des Green that last round.
Richmond comes out in stalking mode. Des Green throwing and landing a lot of strikes on the ground from that top position in round 2.
Not even close, 30-3. Mike Richmond stuck on the bottom that entire second round.
Clubbing right hand. Richmond resets. You can see Jimmy Richmond, once they get off with that jab.
That awkward style of Des Green has made that difficult throughout. He's landed some good ones. It's hard to find his timing against Des Green.
Green with the level change. It's nicely defended by Richmond.
Hard for the guillotine for a second, but did not want to pull guard and go hard for it.
Popped up, this is where he wants to fight.
Clamped down for a moment, but didn't want to commit with his hips.
Jimmy, what we've not seen a lot of from Richmond in this fight is
Nice
combinations. That was a good uppercut, but we've not seen the heavy volume of punches that we've come accustomed to seeing from Mike Richmond.
One thing that people don't understand a lot of times is it isn't any easier for a southpaw to fight a southpaw than it is for an unorthodox fighter to fight a southpaw. They don't see him either.
With a good right hand on the inside. A new episode of Impact Wrestling this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, live on Spike.
Richmond able to find a home for that left hand a little bit more. Just harder to land against a fellow southpaw.
See Richmond walking forward. Again, trying to snap that jab. He's having a tough time finding Green.
Remember that 5-inch reach disadvantage for Mike Richmond. Hard to out-jab a guy who has a longer reach than you do, and that's the position Green is in. He's got the longer reach. He can keep Mike Richmond at the outside. The key to get around that is timing and combinations. That'll beat range.
Level of 1 round apiece. Jimmy, on your scorecard. So it all comes down to this in your eyes, very possibly the eyes of our 3 judges. See the blood on the face of Mike Richmond.
Someone's got to show me in this last 2 minutes that they really want this round and this fight. Could belong to whomever turns it up. Mike Richmond controlling the center, landed some good shots. Des Green has landed some good counter punches moving backward, but someone's got to claim this round in this fight. You don't want to wake up tomorrow thinking, I could have done more.
90 seconds remaining in this 3rd and final round. Trying to mix up the tempo with a kick. See Green circling out.
Every now and then when Mike Richmond's throwing combinations, Des Green will land a nice jab right through the center or a looping hook just like that, but he isn't following up on it with his own combination. He's playing the outside, throwing pot shots as Mike Richmond is coming in.
Blood flowing freely out of Richmond's nose.
Problem is, they're not the kind of shots that'll back Richmond off. They're not the kind of fights that'll make the judges give him this round. Because Mike Richmond has been the aggressor. That might be the difference. They both landed some shots, but nothing meaningful, nothing that's hurt the other guy. Mike Richmond is the one controlling the pace. That might be the difference.
Richmond definitely continuing to be in stalking mode, and he's holding the center of the Bellator cage. Lots of lateral movement from Des Green, looking to counter strike. 15 seconds now remaining in this fight.
Like that, nice right hand over the top. But once again, backing off, letting Mike Richmond get right back on him.
Down to the mat, right back to their feet. Again, Richmond comes forward, the bell and the end of the fight. On the other side of the commercial break, we will learn the winner of this fight between Des Green and Mike Richmond and see who advances to the featherweight tournament. Final 4.
Interview, yes, no, yes, what do you want? Yeah.
So prepare for battle, because the 300 will be avenged. Stay tuned for an extended sneak peek of 300 Rise of an Empire, and watch Bellator every Friday night on Spike. This is the big bad black business. Want to start it all. 96 of the hardest working calories in the business. And for a limited time, we're right back with Richmond Life.
Dave & Buster's is the best sports bar ever, and you, Michael Chandler, have the heart of a champion. But to get back to Bellator, you're going to need to work harder than ever.
I'm ready.
Let's do this. Reflexes. Hand-on coordination. Faster. Faster. Decisiveness.
Peppercorn steak, beef, double cheeseburger, and Lawal's out.
And always be prepared to face your rivals.
Chandler, Alvarez, to another rematch.
Dave & Buster's, best sports bar ever.
Just like Bellator Video Party on Friday, Dave & Buster's.
Say that again, please. Okay, got you.
Des Green versus Mike Richmond going the distance in this featherweight tournament opening round bout. Let's look at our replay brought to you by DirecTV.
From round number 2, the knees to the back of the thigh. Great control by Des Green. Made his wrestling and his top control the big factor in that second round. Could not get his takedown going, though, in the third. Will it be enough for Des Green to win this fight?
Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Jimmy, your final scorecard.
Very tough third round to score. I give the narrow margin to Mike Richmond based on cage control, aggression. He was the one moving forward. 10-9 could go either way.
Let's end all suspense now with Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance inside the Bellator cage, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Eric Colon, sees the fight 30-27, while judges Brian Miner and Cardo Urso both scored the fight the same at 29-28. Off for the winner by unanimous decision now, a featherweight tournament semifinalist, Des the Predator Green.
Jimmy, you're not loving that 30-27 scorecard in favor of Green.
I thought it was close. I thought it was a very close fight. 30-27, did not expect that. But Des Green is the one moving on. Very close fight.
Des Green said 6 takedowns wins me this fight. He didn't get his 6 takedowns, but he still wins the fight. And with that victory, Des Green advances past Mike Richmond into the featherweight tournament semifinal round.
Still to come in our main event, Rampage Jackson faces former world champion Christian Mpumbu, plus King Mo battles Mikhail Zayat. But up next, the featherweight tournament continues. Diego the Gun Nunes takes on Matt Bissett. You're watching Bellator MMA on Spike. Bellator MMA 5 on Spike is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports. By Warner Brothers Pictures 300 Rise of an Empire in theaters March 7th. By AttackPoker.com, where free-to-play meets MMA, bringing online play to life. And by Mohegan Sun, when it's your time to shine, come see us.
Yep.
Take a step this way.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. He's hurt, but he is still on his feet. It's about how hard you get hit. He's taking some very hard shots.
You got it.
And keep moving forward. You cannot question this guy's heart.
Lay out where?
This kid is not giving up. They're just training.
You got it. You got it.
So I'm going to say, Jimmy, we just saw Des Green through to the semifinal round of this featherweight tournament. What box for you for the win? I'm gonna say, coming your way later tonight, first semifinals of the light heavyweight tournament. You take it through all 4. Right. First thing is what? Are we starting out with the feathers or the No, first thing is the arrival. I'm gonna set you up with all 4. I mean, the TV side, you'll see what's on. Jimmy, we just saw Des Green. Richmond. Stands out for you. What stands out for you in this one? We're looking for guys who are looking, a lot of fighters are looking for redemption, including Diego Nunes against Matt Bissett. Matt Bissett returned good in Bellator, but a big second against Diego Nunes, who's looking for redemption. Lots of proof in this fight. Tuck in the corner.
Can they put me online? Can you guys put me online real quick, please?
What's wrong?
What do you want me to do?
on Spike TV for that action. The Bantamweight World Title fight. Hey, those fans that have tweeted, posted their pictures on Instagram. We got some of those photos up on the video screen. Remember, if you
Coming your way later tonight, live on Spike, both semifinals in the light heavyweight tournament.
Rampage Jackson making his way back to the Bellator cage in his debut, knocking out Joey Beltran in the first round, giving the fans exactly what they wanted. But his opponent, Cristiano Mpumu, does not plan to stand in front of Rampage. He has made this fight very personal with his comments. He wants to catch Rampage coming in, use his mobility as the lighter, faster man in the cage tonight. On the other side of the bracket, King Mo taking on Mihail Zayats. King Mo looking for redemption. He's at his best when he uses his wrestling, his boxing, and his ground and pound all together, trying to find his consistency in the Bellator cage. But his opponent, Mihail Zayats, the Russian, always focused, always consistent, very well-rounded, a very tough test for King Mo tonight.
Tonight's Locker Room Cam is brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures' 300 Rise of an Empire in theaters March 7th. Really glad that you're with us for our Bellator Season 10 premiere. He's Jimmy Smith, I'm Sean Wheelock. So Jimmy, we just talked about the 205-pound tournament. Let's turn our attention back to this 145-pound tournament. We just saw Des Green advance to the Final Four over Mike Richmond. What stands out for you with this 8-man featherweight field?
It's the deepest division in Bellator. What stands out to me is the mix of fighters that have been successful in the tournament and the ones that are looking for redemption and success tonight, like the one Des Green just had. Diego Nunes is that kind of fighter, taking on Matt Bissett. Matt Bissett very tough, but stepping up into the Bellator tournament. Diego Nunes looking for redemption tonight.
Senhor nosso Deus, muito obrigado, Senhor. Aleluia, Senhor.
Eu acredito na graça de Deus e essa oportunidade está sendo novamente uma oportunidade que Deus está me dando para ganhar esse torneio agora dessa vez. A fé em Deus é a fundação da minha vida. Eu sigo os caminhos do Senhor e a cada dia mais eu tento seguir os caminhos do Senhor, ser fiel a Ele. Eu precisei de toda essa força na primeira luta do Bellator.
Oh, good left hand. He's out. That is it. A lightning strike win for Patricio Pitbull.
Desde a derrota, eu não dormi em paz. Eu já lutei com os melhores lutadores do mundo. Eu lutei no UFC e ninguém pôde me finalizar lá. Eu não me preparei adequadamente psicologicamente para a primeira luta em Bellator. Desde aquela luta, eu levanto todo dia e oro a Deus.
Ouve-me quando eu clamo, ó Deus da minha justiça. Da angústia me tens
E agora eu tô preparado, meu corpo, a minha alma e a minha cabeça para essa luta, para esse torneio. Matt Bissett, eu te respeito, mas você não tem nem a mínima ideia do que vai acontecer com você no cage. Porque esse é o meu ano e esse é o ano que eu vou dar tudo de mim e vou conquistar esse torneio. E até o final do ano, eu vou ser o próximo campeão peso-pena do Bellator.
When Matt Bissett was a child, no one could have dreamed that he would one day be in this position.
When I was 3 years old, I was running these high fevers for weeks. My mother took me down to the hospital. They found out I had leukemia. At such a young age, I didn't really have a grasp on what was happening. I remember my mother and father crying quite a bit. The doctors told my parents that I had a 50-50 shot at surviving. I think it was about 12 years old that I was told that I was cured of it. I could tell that my mother was really happy about it. When I told my mother I wanted to fight in a cage, she loved it. She told me, that makes sense. My mom's a second-degree black belt in Kempo Karate.
Good right hand by Bissett. Now Bissett looking to finish, and he does! TKO win for Matt Bissett.
Heading into my fights, my mom always tells me, Mushin, baby. Mushin means no mind. I guess it's the way of the samurai. It settles me.
Oh, big knee!
Diego, I can see myself knocking him out. I want to make a statement. This fight is the tribute to my mother. Mom, I just want to tell you I love you, and thank you for letting me be me.
Matt Bissett has promised a very exciting and aggressive fight, saying, I'll take this to Nunes's front door. Diego Nunes says, I won't lose any time in my life by being a patient fighter. Let's now do the numbers. Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
Look at the height advantage for Matt Bissett, 4 inches, also a 2-inch reach advantage. Diego Nunes has to be aggressive, has to get inside at his range.
Back we go to Michael Williams.
Bellator MMA along with Mohegan Sun, where it's your time to shine. Continue now with the featherweight tournament opening round. 3 5-minute rounds brought to you by DirecTV. If you call yourself a sports fan, you gotta get DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. And now, first introducing the red corner. At 5'6", weighing in at 144.3 pounds. The former tournament competitor brings a professional record of 18 wins, 5 losses. He fights out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. Introducing Diego "The Gun" Nunes. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner at 5'10", weighing in at 145.3 pounds. He stands with 12 professional victories, 4 defeats, hailing and fighting out of Hartford, Connecticut. Introducing Matt "The Mangler" Bissett. And the referee in charge of the action, Kevin McDonald.
Both fighters have said that they need to be extremely aggressive. They need to keep coming forward as their recipe for victory.
Ready to fight?
Matt Bissett
Let's go.
versus the Brazilian Diego Nunes, round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Diego Nunes so amped at the weigh-in. He's been ready to fight since yesterday.
Nunes in the black trunks, Bissett in the pink trunks. Kicking that's nicely blocked by Bissett. Should be interesting from Bissett. He said Nunes has 2 speeds and 2 speeds only. Either comes at you very aggressively or he sits back and he waits to counter. Nothing in the middle.
Well, we've seen both so far. Started out very aggressively, now looks to be waiting.
Kick from Bissett. Nunes comes forward. Just misses that left hook.
Problem with Nunes is he can punch a little bit wide. That's how Pitbull caught him coming in.
Overhand right by Nunes into the clinch, then the knee. MMA icon Mirko Cro Cop goes back to his kickboxing roots when he fights Remy Boyansky. It's Glory Kickboxing Saturday, March 8th at 9 p.m. Eastern, live on Spike.
Both guys very willing to throw kicks from the outside. Bissett so far willing to wait back, looking for the counter shot.
Nunes being cautious, now diving in after the up kick. Open guard from Bissett. Nunes tried to pass.
Gonna pass that left side. Gotta keep his hips low. Good job replacing guard by Bissett.
Chant of "Let's Go Matt" from this Mohegan Sun crowd. Set in his home state of Connecticut, clearly the crowd favorite. Sometimes that helps a fighter, Jimmy. Sometimes it hurts a fighter.
Can add a lot of pressure to a fight. He's in triangle danger for a second there. Still in position. He's got to beat it with his posture, and that's what he does.
Bissett tried to find it. Nunes felt it, defended nicely. Nunes missing badly with that right hand. Took himself completely off balance. Recovery from Nunes, though.
Nunes being in danger because Bissett aggressive from the guard. He's not just waiting, he's looking for submission opportunities.
Bissett trying to load up that up kick. Back to his feet, Nunes pounces. Tactics at work from both fighters. Under 90 seconds now remaining, round number one. The winner through to the featherweight tournament semifinals. Shoulder strike from Bissett.
Bissett doing well, but hasn't quite found his game yet. He's got good defense, hasn't let Nunes bully him around, but hasn't found his own offense either.
Nunes driving Bissett back.
Bissett's fought in Bellator before, but never in the tournament. That's a big step up mentally and physically.
Nunes showing good physical strength and balance. Spun and then spinning Bissett right back. Jimmy, Nunes staying very, very sticky.
Not giving Bissett any space.
And on cue, he does. Bissett claiming the center of the Bellator cage. Good counter by Bissett. Now driving forward and aided jump knee.
Couldn't tell if he's hurt or just off balance.
That's the flip side of being very aggressive. 15 seconds remaining, round number one.
10 seconds, guys.
Right hand by Nunes. Body head. That's the end of round one.
Listen to me. He's a little bit stronger than what we thought we were on the inside. He's got nothing for you on the outside. You saw every one of his kicks coming, all right? If you can't overpower him, you've got to outpoint him. The name of the game is to win. If you think you can't dominate him on the inside, you got to pick him apart from the outside. He's slowing down, and I know you've got it in your tank.
Turn it up.
I know you got it in your tank.
More aggressive, Matt, more punches.
You got to open up with the punches and lead that into the kicks. Even if the punch doesn't land, it's a good punch because it makes him think about it, all right? Get him thinking about your hands. Keep working your outside game if you can't dominate on the inside. You got it? Yeah. How's that knee? You good? Oh, yeah, I'm good. Okay.
He pushes you against the cage, pushes face first.
A huge crowd here at Mohegan Sun, one of the best fight venues in North America. We're in Uncasville, Connecticut. It's the start of Bellator season number 10 live on Spike. Jimmy, how did you score round one?
10-9, Diego Nunes. He was the aggressor. Matt Bissett a little too passive in between rounds. His corner said, more aggression, I want you to throw more punches.
Bissett's corner also said, Nunes is better than we thought he'd be on the inside, but he's got nothing for you on the outside. Do you agree with that assessment? Good right hand by Bissett.
Yeah, he's got something for you. He has to be careful, but I do agree that he can win with an outside game. He has the reach advantage, he has the height advantage.
See some swelling under the left eye now of Matt Bissett. Nunes anchoring himself in the center of the Bellator cage during the fight from that position.
To me, though, more of the same. He's on the outside, kind of waiting on Nunes. He has to take this fight away. He's got to find his offense, his aggression.
And he's stepping in, landing that left hand, then feinting with the right.
Nunes countering well so far. Good body shot.
Kevin McDonald stepped in a little closer after that flurry by Diego Nunes.
Nunes starting to mix it up well. I think he's finding his range.
Big overhand right miss by Bissett. Nunes follows. Nothing on that head kick for Nunes. Coming up tonight, you will see both light heavyweight tournament semifinal round fights, including Mihail Zayats versus King Mo. Left hand from Nunes on the inside.
I glanced around the right eye. Oh, good right hand by Bissett.
Now Bissett pounces. Nunes back to his feet.
He's on wobbly legs.
Uppercut by Bissett. You see the unsteadiness of Diego Nunes.
Everyone in this arena just jumped to their feet. Nunes is in big trouble.
2:35 remaining in round 2. Nunes closing the distance.
He's doing what a veteran should do. He's closing the distance, trying to get his head back, clear the cobwebs. And Bissett, I don't think pounced when he could have. That's a big mistake.
Back on his feet, you can see Nunes wobbling back and forth.
Bissett hesitated for a moment. I think he let Nunes back in this fight, or at least gave him time to recover.
After that sequence, Diego Nunes back to the center of the Bellator cage.
It almost looked like Bissett was surprised that he hurt Nunes so badly. Just wasn't expecting it.
Right hand from Bissett just missed the mark.
Here's where you got to test your opponent. You got to be cautious, but you don't know if Diego Nunes has his wits about him yet.
Spinning back kick from Nunes.
For Bissett, man, you got to step forward. See if you can rock him again. Every second you wait, Nunes gets more confidence, gets back in the fight. Another good right hand.
A right in the counter left by Nunes. Both fighters trying to turn up the heat here, closing stages, round number 2. Now's forming under the right eye. Matt Bissett has an abrasion over the right eye and throws that head kick. Counter head kick didn't get through. You're just looking for the takedown, Jimmy.
A guy who prides himself on his stand-up, that is not a good sign. He's been hurt in this round. He's respecting the power now of Matt Bissett.
Spinning back kick again. Nunes trying to open things up now. Stepping in with that kick.
Only time Nunes has ever been knocked out was his last Bellator appearance against Pitbull. Could he be thinking about that fight right now?
Nunes catches the kick, inside trip and the takedown. Punches from the bottom from Bissett, but Nunes scores the takedown in the closing seconds of round 2.
Ele ganhou você ganhou Então,
You won one, he won one.
tem que trabalhar a combinação, levantar essa mão, estou gritando pra
Have to
caralho.
work more with your hands.
Tem que levantar a mão.
You keep your hands
Straight, throw them true, and move. You have plenty of gas in your tank. You fought 5 rounds before. I know you have 5 minutes left in you to get on your bicycle and pick this motherfucker apart. You got it? Pick him apart. You're beating him on the feet. Where he thinks his strength is your strength. He cannot beat you on the outside. Keep your hands up. You need this round. Go out there, pick him apart.
Seconds out, please. Seconds out.
Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to celebrate.
Go. Pick him apart, Matt.
This is the third.
What a great second round for Matt Bissett, dropping Diego Nunes. Look at the wobbly legs. Landing more right hands. Nunes on the defensive after that shot in the second round. Nice high kick, caught him with the toes. If that had been the shin, this fight might be over.
Back it up,
10
guys.
minutes,
Back it up.
Jimmy, what do you think?
All tied up. Both rounds 10-9, the last one for Matt Bissett.
Final round of this featherweight tournament, opening round bout. trying to pounce after defending that head kick. Bouncing the step now, Diego Nunes.
This team imploring in between rounds, telling Matt Bessette, you gotta throw from the outside. You can beat him from the outside.
That's where Bessette is right now, on the outside.
What he can't do is wait for Diego Nunes to close distance, make it his range fight.
That has the outside thus far in this round, Jimmy. Not finding a way through with those kicks to the body.
It's not about having position, it's about using position. It's not about having range, it's about using range. Right now they're at Matt Bessette's distance, but he's not throwing. Light outside stuff. Right hand is what hurt Nunes last time.
Left on the inside from Nunes, didn't fully land.
Big kick, big punch, both of them missed.
Inside knee from Diego Nunes. Again, the separation. Nunes has made a conscious decision to try to hold the center of the Bellator cage. Keep Bessette moving with his lateral movement.
Bad habit of Nunes, dropping his hands after those exchanges just like that. Can't afford to do that against an opponent who has more reach than you do.
Outside kick landing from Nunes.
Nunes much more active in this third round than Bessette. Hasn't landed anything huge, but more active.
Across the halfway line now of this third and final round. At stake, a berth in the featherweight tournament Final Four, and still to come tonight, the light heavyweight tournament semifinal round, including our main event, Christian Pumbu versus Quentin Rampage Jackson.
Oh, good right hand by Nunes.
Bessette tells him to come on, which is the universal sign for it. That hurt. Set to the body, and pulls outside of range.
Bessette's smiling, but he's got to throw more. Not enough to tell your opponent, oh, you didn't hurt me. You got to get out there and hurt him. So far, he's not doing that. He's letting Nunes control the pacing in this third round.
Good right hand from Nunes.
He likes that leaping hook.
Counter right from Bessette.
Nunes throws a straight left after that right hook. I think he might catch Bessette. He's been spinning him around with that hook, but not following up with the straight left.
15th and final minute now of this fight. Nunes landing that outside kick. Cut now on the bridge of Bessette's nose. Now you see Matt Bessette holding the center of the Bellator cage and coming forward.
He needs to fight like this is the last 30 seconds of his life, because I have Nunes ahead in this round. Nunes a veteran. He might just stick close. He lets Nunes off the cage. I'm sorry, lets Bessette off the cage.
Even on your unofficial scorecard, Jimmy, so for you, it all comes down to this third and final round.
Completely. Nice head kick.
10 seconds.
Final seconds of this fight. Knee from Nunes, counter knee from Bessette. Stop. There's the bell. Great show of sportsmanship and class for both Diego Nunes and Matt Bessette after the end of that fight. Outstanding crowd in Uncasville, Connecticut, behind Matt Bessette from nearby Hartford. Bessette trying to use the energy of that crowd. You can tell Jimmy really trying to turn up his aggression in the last 2 minutes. We shall see. How about it, Jimmy?
Very close fight. I gave that third round to Diego Nunes. Bessette hurt him at the end, but Nunes controlled that entire third round, landed some good punches. I gave it to him 10-9, but man, this could go either way.
Let's look at our fight replay, brought to you by DirecTV.
Back and forth throughout this fight.
He's got nothing for you on the
That
outside.
flying knee nailed him on the chin. Thought maybe he was off balance when he went down. No, Diego Nunes landed a great knee right to the chin. And the right hands of Bessette started taking over in the second round when he leaned in and committed to his punches. He had Nunes hurt, had Nunes off balance. Nunes, to his credit, clinched, stayed in the fight in the second round, and got back on track in the third round, but was it enough to win the fight?
I love those super slow-mo replays. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. In my experience, a delay means a split decision. Let's go to Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, having gone the distance, we'll go to your judges' scorecards. Your first judge, Brian Miner, scores the fight 29-28. He sees the fight for Nunes. Your second judge, Dave Torelli, sees the fight 30-27. He sees it for Bessette. Your third and final judge, Eric Colon, scores the fight 29-28 for the winner. By split decision, now advancing to the featherweight tournament semifinals from Hartford, Connecticut, Matt the Mangler Bessette.
The win of his life. The crowd explodes, as does Matt Bessette. Let's go to Jimmy.
I'm here with your winner, Matt Bessette. Matt, I know it's hard to put it into words, but tell me what you're feeling right now, man.
Holy crap, what a fight, man. Thank you so much, Diego. The best fighter comes out when I fight the best guys. And I get another one in 4 weeks in Daniel, and I couldn't be happier. Thank you so much for everybody coming out. Thank you to my sponsors. Again, thank you, Diego. I did not win the first round, but I did win 2 and 3. Thank you, guys.
Was the difference the power in that second round? It seemed like you got your confidence, you got your range, and it flipped the composure of the fight. Is that how it felt?
You know what? Remember when you said some people say that they're just happy to be here and they kind of freeze? I kind of froze the first couple minutes, and then he hit me hard in the eye, and I said, man, I am happy to be here. Let's fight.
You heard it. Let's give it up for him. Moving on to the semifinals, Matt Bessette, ladies and gentlemen.
So with that incredibly emotional victory, Matt Bessette advances to the Final Four of this Bellator Season 10 featherweight tournament. Bessette talking about not just happy to be in this tournament, he came to win, and he truly got the victory of his life. The emotion on the face of Matt Bessette clearly says it all as he learns that he's the winner. Bessette joyous, Jimmy, as is this crowd here at Mohegan Sun. Bellator MMA live on Spike is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports in Bellator every Friday night. Our Bellator girls, Jade Bryce, Mercedes Terrell. Jimmy, it's great to see the two Bellator girls after a long off-season break.
Now speak for yourself, man. I had a pizza slumber party with them last weekend. Awesome.
Still to come, it is our main event of the evening.
Rampage Jackson showed he had knockout power against Joey Beltran, an outstanding short-range puncher. His opponent, of course, Cristiano Mpumbu, wants to stay on the outside, use his movement, his range, his jab, does not want to stand in front of the hard-hitting Rampage. Cristiano Mpumbu hungry to get that belt back.
Our locker room cam is brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures' 300 Rise of an Empire. It's in theaters March 7th. So our main focus tonight has been on the 145-pound tournament. Now let's turn our attention to the 4-man light heavyweight tournament.
That's right, our main event of the night, Rampage Jackson versus Christian Mpumbu, the former champion. But coming up next, King Mo looking for redemption against Michal Zayat. Michal Zayat has sacrificed so much to be here tonight.
I remember when both of my children were born. I remember holding them in my arms for the first time. Those were the happiest moments of my life.
For Michal Zayat, sacrifice means weeks and months away from his young family, so he can travel halfway around the world to compete in the toughest tournament in sports.
Big shots from Zayat, and there's the upset win! Wow!
Being separated from your family by such a great distance and knowing you can't protect them is a terrible feeling. But I do it because that's my job as a fighter and a father. I fight to give them a better life.
Now Zayat faces a supremely talented fighter looking to reestablish his name in the cage, King Mo Lawal.
Bam! Oh, that's it! He's out!
This is the fight of my life. I made all of these sacrifices for one reason. One day, I will walk out of the cage wearing the Bellator strap around my waist. I will be a world champion.
Tonight, when the bell rings, Michal Zayat must prove to the world that all the time spent away from his family was worth it.
Tonight, King Mo returns in a career-defining fight as a man looking to reestablish himself as one of the world's best.
Everybody else that wants to talk down and hate on me, f*** 'em. If you're flipping burgers or you're cleaning toilets, I can't tell you, hey, spray more Pine Sol on the toilet seat. All great athletes overcome something, some type of adversity.
King Mo versus Emmanuel Newton.
Stop f***ing around.
49-46 for Emmanuel Newton.
All great champions do, and all great warriors, all great kings, they bounce back. I might have some setbacks. My mama, she had it a lot worse. For her to raise me and my brother and sister by herself, being an African woman that was Muslim in Kentucky, my mama had pressure. For me, I just gotta fight in the damn cage, that's nothing. All I gotta do is train, which I love to do, and go to the cage, whoop some ass, which I do. When I look at Michal Zayat, I see a tough Russian. When that cage closes, man, ain't no bullshit in there.
Whoa! I'ma kick his motherfucking ass.
Straight up, Zayat, don't give a f. Mpumbu, don't give a f. Quentin Rampage Jackson, don't give a f. I got something for all these boys. It's these right here.
King Mo now stands at a career crossroads. He feels this is a must-win fight. His opponent, Michal Zayat, says, I don't care if I'm the underdog because victory will be mine.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we move to the light heavyweight tournament. Our first competitor now making his way to the cage, Michal Zayat. And now making his way to the cage, presenting King Mo.
King Mo feels that he will claim victory with the 2 Ps, pressure and punishment. Coming next week, it's Warner Brothers Pictures' 300 Rise of an Empire, Seize Your Glory, in theaters everywhere, March 7th. Here comes our tale of the tape, which is brought to you by Dave & Buster's. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
You see Mihail Zayat's more experienced than King Mo, and King Mo coming off very disappointing performances against Emmanuel Newton. Can he bounce back?
Once again, here's Michael Williams.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Mohegan Sun, Bellator MMA live on Spike now features light heavyweights in tournament action. This semifinal is presented by Warner Brothers Pictures' 300 Rise of an Empire. Seize Your Glory in theaters March 7th. And it's brought to you tonight by AttackPoker.com, the official online gaming partner of Bellator, where free-to-play online gaming meets MMA. And now, inside the Bellator cage set for 3 5-minute rounds, we introduce the red corner. At 5'11", weighing in at 205 pounds even, the former tournament finalist enters the Bellator cage with 22 professional victories, 7 defeats. Fighting out of Bryansk, Russia, introducing Mihail Zayat. And across the cage, his opponent tonight fighting out of the blue corner. At 6 foot, weighing in the same at 205 pounds even. Already a tournament title to his credit. He returns tonight with 11 professional victories, 3 defeats. Fighting out of Las Vegas, Nevada, introducing King Mo. And the referee in charge of the action, Todd Anderson.
Gentlemen, we go over the rules in the back. I need to protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If I say stop, you stop, I do the rest. Questions? Questions? Touch gloves, back up.
That was a quality stare down. In Bellator, we have 8-man tournaments and 4-man tournaments. This is a 4-man tournament in the light heavyweight division. Either Mihail Zayat or his opponent, King Mo, will go through to the final with a victory in this bout. Round number 1. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. Zayat's in the white trunks, King Mo in the black trunks. Mo holding the center of the cage, Jimmy. Looking for the level change in the single leg takedown. Driving through and he gets it.
That's what he wanted, his takedown, get on top. Pressure and pain, that's what his ground and pound is all about.
King Mo, an amazing amateur wrestling pedigree, NCAA Division II wrestling national champion at the University of Central Oklahoma. But he's fallen in love with boxing. He works with Jazzy Jeff Mayweather, the uncle of Floyd Mayweather Jr.
I think he's at his best when he mixes it up, works his takedown and his ground and pound and his boxing. When they work together seamlessly, that's when he's at his best.
I threw in the old school Jazzy for you because I know you remember him as Jazzy Jeff.
I remember him as Jazzy Jeff Mayweather. Good job by Zayat getting back to his feet. Oh, good left hand. Nice hook over the top when they broke.
Zayat said King Mo is either a wrestler or he's a boxer in MMA. He never puts anything together. What do you think of that assessment?
When he doesn't do that, that's when he's had trouble. When he flows it together well, like he did against Jacob Noe, like he did against Seth Petrozelli, that's when he's at his best.
This semifinal in the light heavyweight tournament, following this bout, it's the other semifinal. That is our main event of the evening, Christian Pumbu versus Rampage Jackson. Explosion from Zayat, but nothing landing. Stiff left hand from King Mo.
Raised him with that right hand over the top at the end. Mo does have a lot of speed. Zayat has to stay tight even when he throws unorthodox strikes. It's hard to outbox King Mo, but you can beat him striking. Emmanuel Newton, of course, knocked him out with a spinning back fist, gave him all kinds of trouble with his kicks in their rematch. Zayat has to use his feet to keep King Mo off balance.
Low kick from Zayat.
King Mo keeping his hands a lot higher in this fight. His first fight with Emmanuel Newton, he used that shoulder roll, very popular with the Mayweather family, but hard to use in MMA. Leaves you vulnerable.
See King Mo circling out, resetting his feet. Zayat's coming forward. Feint on the shot there from King Mo. Overhand right didn't get through from Zayat.
Good right hand by Mo. Zayat stepping in and fighting in spurts.
80 seconds remaining, round number one.
A lot of guys tell us, I'm sparring with Olympians, I'm sparring with these great boxers. The problem is you're used to seeing tight lines. In MMA, you don't always see those tight lines. A lot of loopy lines that they weren't prepared for in sparring. Keep your hands high. You don't have to worry as much about those lines. That's what King Mo's doing this time around.
Zayat pulls out of that clinch.
Zayat's trying to counter back with big shots. Needs to find his space for his offense. Right now, it looks like he's waiting on King Mo a little bit.
Zayat slips after throwing that right hand.
Both guys showing a lot of respect for one another.
No question. King Mo, who at times has been really dismissive of his opponents throughout his MMA career, had a lot of good things to say about Zayat. Namely that he was very tough. Zayat stepping in now, lands that right hand. Blood coming out of the mouth of King Mo. Closing seconds of round number one.
Let me see. The bucket. Mo, look at me. You good?
Yeah. Sit down, Mo. Moving around. You're doing good. You won. You got it. You have to mix it up with your wrestling more, all right? Mo, mix it up, you're striking with wrestling more. You hear me? Yeah.
Well, when you're in the clinch, get your volume output out a little bit more.
Going around, going around.
You won the round, but you got to get your volume up a little bit from the clinch. You can clinch.
Mix. Go ahead, Roy.
Your movement up and down is allowing you to fuck them. Okay. So you need to use it more and shoot on.
Mix it up. Nice and relaxed. Nice and relaxed. Okay. You're good?
Yeah.
Tied with your defense. Kick that left hand up. Okay. Counter right hand, Mo. Counter right hand. When he misses,
a fantastic crowd here at Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut. But Jimmy, some disquiet in the crowd after round number one.
Slow start by both fighters. Like we said, a lot of respect shown by both fighters. Neither fighter wants to walk in and engage recklessly.
Who wins that first round for you?
Extremely close first round. I gave it 10-9 King Mo based on his aggression and the takedown. Zayat, though, started finding his range at the end of the round. A lot of judges give a lot more weight to the end of the round. Could have gone either way. Scorecard tonight, though, has not been in line with the judges.
I definitely wouldn't take that personally.
I don't.
The fighters very measured here, early stages of round 2, as they were through much of round number 1.
You know, kind of going back to that hands down style a little bit. Needs to be very careful with that. Crowd is not happy. Zayat stepping in behind that right hand. He's gaining in confidence.
There's this shot. That's very well defended by Zayat, who then counters with the right hand. King Mo with the single leg tried to kick out the back leg, and Zayat with his sambo base defended that beautifully.
Nice jab by Zayat. Caught King Mo coming in. Zayat's now starting to find his range and really land. And also being able to stop that takedown is huge for his confidence.
Next Friday night, we're back with you as season number 10 of Bellator continues. Eduardo Dantas, Bellator's bantamweight world champion, looks to defend his title versus Anthony Leone, live on Spike, 9 p.m. Eastern. Short left hands out of this clinch from King Mo.
Don't grab the cage.
Caught Anderson warning King Mo for grabbing the cage, getting the separation. Getting the shot on the single leg. Now looking for the ankle
Don't
pick.
grab that cage.
Time, warning by Anderson. Grabbing the cage fell to Zayat. Knee to the thigh from King Mo.
Classic wrestling here, controlling the ankle, trying to keep Zayat down.
And you see the wrist control now, the short left hands. Mo trying to suck in the wrist of Zayat and throw the left hand. Blood on the back of Zayat, but that's coming from the mouth of King Mo.
Zayat here, forcing his way back to defeat, hasn't given King Mo the opportunity to unleash with any ground and pound. Gotten a couple takedowns, but working so hard to keep Zayat there, hasn't done any damage. Now throwing some knees.
Zayat's looking for the body lock. King Mo backs out.
See King Mo here trying to keep Zayat up against the fence where his takedown's more effective.
Getting late in round number 2. Remember, the winner through to the light heavyweight tournament final.
Zayat has found a home for that right hand several times in this second round.
Single leg defended by Zayat. There's not been that clean takedown and plant from King Mo like we've seen throughout his MMA career.
Has not been.
Still to come tonight, our main event of the evening. The other light heavyweight tournament semifinal, Christian Pumbu versus Rampage Jackson. And immediately following this fight, we will have a major announcement from Bellator's founder and CEO, Bjorn Rebney. 45 seconds to go now, round number 2. Thus far, not much between the two fighters that you see, Mikhail Zayat of Russia and King Mo of the United States.
Zayat starting off throwing some good strikes in the opening part of the round. King Mo going in for takedowns of his own. Neither fighter, though, has finished strong enough to steal this round from the other.
Bounce in the step of King Mo. Zayat inching forward. That's the end of round 2.
Let's see, Mo, look at me. You good?
so much.
Stay calm. Come on, stay calm. You're doing good, man. Hey, again, he's gassing. Put pressure on him against the cage. Let's speed him up against the cage, all right? Back him up, don't let him off the hook. Hey, he's about to give it up, all right?
Hey, Mo, next way from the cage, put him right back on it. Don't let him walk all the way out.
Hey, Mo, just like how when we were, in the room, now like pressure, back to the wall. Pressure, back to the wall.
When you back away, put him right back against the wall.
Mihail Zayats, a finalist in Bellator Season 8 light heavyweight tournament. King Mo won Bellator Summer Series 2013 light heavyweight tournament. The winner through to the Season 10 light heavyweight tournament final. Jimmy, through 2 rounds, what do you think?
Have it all tied up, 19-19 to give the last round to Zayats. On the opposite of the fans gave the first round to Zayats, the second round to King Mo, but it's tied up either way. Both coin flip rounds. Neither guy can feel good about having a lead in this third round.
Fans, we see your scorecard on the Bellator app. Remember, live round-by-round scoring. Stiff left jab from King Mo.
The problem King Mo had in his fight with Emmanuel Newton last time we saw him, didn't have urgency, I thought, at the right time. He has to fight with urgency in this third round. He really has to take this third round away from Zayats.
One thing King Mo told us, he felt he had to be unpredictable. He said, Zayats settles into a rhythm where he's patient and just looks to counter. I have to keep him guessing. Single leg attempt from King Mo. Again, that's well defended by Zayats. Just nothing there on those takedowns by and large for King Mo. Mo trying to work to the body with that right hand. Again, driving for the takedown. You see the full level change in commitment from King Mo and the wide base to defend from Mihail Zayats. Zayats trying to explode back to his feet on one knee. Now the knee from King Mo. Now letting go with the knees to the thigh of Zayats. Zayats back to his feet. Knee to the body that time from King Mo. And another. He is landing those knees, Jimmy.
He is, and putting pressure on Mihail Zayats right in front of us.
Zayats tries to spin out of danger, can't do it. Quality grappling there from King Mo to keep control. We'll get back to work with the knee strikes. And 10 remaining in this third and final round. Left jab from King Mo. Between rounds, King Mo's corner telling him Zayats is done. He's gassed out. Jimmy, do you think at this stage of the fight, Zayats can find that fifth gear?
He needs it right now, because right now it's King Mo pushing forward. Problem is he's not throwing more than one punch. Both guys kind of relying on the jab. King Mo obviously getting the takedown, pressuring against the fence. It's Zayats who needs to win this round back.
Last sequence, that was a slip, although the crowd reacted like it was a clean punch. Zayats, as you saw, did not pounce. Back to the center of the Bellator cage.
I'm going to say the same thing I said with the Des Green-Mike Richmond fight. You don't want to be the guy who thinks, tomorrow morning, I could have done a little bit more. Because this is a very close fight, very close rounds. 1 minute left. Who's going to take this round and this fight? That's That's the worst feeling. You did everything you could and you lost, that's the way it goes. But when you think, God, I could have done a little bit more.
Closing seconds of this fight now.
Whatever they have to throw it now. Can't take your punches home with you.
Zayat throws that right hand, didn't see it through. Well defended by King Mo. We'll see if either fighter now will try to turn up the volume, turn up the heat. Spinning back fist, that miss from Zayat.
Go, gentlemen.
Takedown attempt again from King Mo, again defended by Zayat. Tries to counter with punches and can't do it. The boos raining down, the bell, and the end of the fight. When we return, we will see which one of these two men goes through to the light heavyweight tournament final. Remember, still to come, a major announcement from Bjorn Rebney and our main event featuring Rampage Jackson.
Bellator fans, for all the latest information on Bellator MMA, log on to the new Bellator.com. See highlights and profiles on all your favorite fighters. Stay up to date on all the tournament results. Get ticket information and all the latest news on Bellator MMA, the toughest tournament in sports. See great pictures of our Bellator girls, Mercedes and Jane. Sign up for the Bellator newsletter and be the first to know all the breaking news. Get early alerts on all fighters.
Like getting up and doing this thing with
Only at the new Bellator.com, the #1 source for Bellator fans. Log on to Bellator.com today. Plus, get live updates on Twitter at Twitter handle @Bellator MMA. And follow our founder and CEO Bjorn Rebney. Check out some of our best moments on Vine. Like us on the Bellator Facebook page. And visit the Bellator YouTube channel. Bellator, the toughest tournament in sports.
That's way too loud.
Closing in on our main event of the evening, that man, Rampage Jackson versus Christian Pumbu in the light heavyweight tournament semifinal round. This light heavyweight tournament semifinal round fight has gone the distance. Jimmy, let's look at our DirecTV replay.
King Mo trying to get his takedown working throughout this fight, using it effectively against the fence, putting pressure on Mihail Zayat whenever he had his back to the fence, landed some knees, no devastating strikes, but good control, good pressure. I think that took a lot of energy out of Mihail Zayat.
Don't just watch TV, DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. Jimmy, for you, who wins this fight?
Very close, 29-28, King Mo. I gave him the first and last round, but a lot of those rounds, coin flips.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the decision, we'll go to your judges' scorecards, where all three judges, Eric Colon, David Torelli, and Carlo Urso, all see the fight exactly the same at 30-27, all for the winner. by unanimous decision now, advancing to the light heavyweight tournament finals, King Mo.
King Mo in this crossroads fight felt that he needed a victory. The MMA world felt that he needed a victory, and he got it, winning the unanimous decision versus Mihail Zayats. So King Mo advances with the 12th win of his pro MMA career into the light heavyweight tournament final.
I cannot believe what I just saw.
Week after week, the toughest tournament in sports delivers spectacular moments.
That is it! TKO win for Rampage Jackson.
Be there live and experience all the action as Bellator MMA is coming to a city near you. Next Friday, WinStar World Casino. Friday, March 14th, Chicagoland's Horseshoe Casino. Get your tickets now at Bellator.com.
The action continues on Bellator next week, Friday, March 7th, for the Bantamweight World Championship. Eduardo Dantas versus Anthony Leone. Eduardo Dantas has looked so dominant at 135 pounds. The next week in Hammond, Indiana, Strauss versus Curran 3. Daniel Strauss looked dominant, taking the title from Pat Curran. Pat Curran looking for redemption in their trilogy. And the week after that, the light heavyweight title on the line. Attila Vey versus Emmanuel Newton. Also, the start of the lightweight tournament. David the Caveman Rickles versus Pitbull. Don't miss it, March 21st.
Up next, the main event. Rampage versus Mpumu for a spot in the tournament finals. Y'all get ready. You're watching Bellator MMA on Spike.
All right, you guys gotta block me so that they don't. We are. Something.
Go right now and clean that shit up for me. Just right now, just throw this shit off and just dive in.
I can do an exhibition and save this show.
Please. That'd make me happy. Perfect. Yeah, I got it. Thank you. How far out are we?
Whoa, I don't get a welcome back? Guys, I don't get a welcome back. What did you just say? Is Sean throwing to me or no? Yes, here we go.
Are we bringing that shit down? Get Stu to come down. There you go.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
oh, we're still two
welcome
out.
to the cage, Mercedes and Jay. They've got t-shirt cans on everywhere here in the Mohegan Sun Arena. It's your game with your biggest cigars. They'll get it to you. Tell me who wants the free.
You guys both know the date, right? Saturday, May 17th?
Yeah, kind of.
Okay.
Until you guys announced it, I wasn't saying, you know.
Okay. I mean, just if you want to throw it, I'm going to throw it out. He's going to throw it out.
Place?
Either going to be San Diego or Memphis.
They don't have a place for sure.
We got them both locked, but it really depended on what happened with these two guys, so I don't know. We'll see.
I don't think Bjorn heard anything.
The two at the Target. I mean, we got a bunch of options. Yeah. I can't hear Robbie.
May 17th, live on pay-per-view.
Yeah, all right. I can't hear Rob. Wait, I'll turn it up. Hey, Robbie, can you hear me? Robbie, can... There, yeah, May 17th on the pay-per-view. I got that. That's why I'm here. Yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Idea and
I won't
everything.
talk about what I'm going to have for dinner. I got it.
Our attack of the night brought to you by Attack Poker, where free-to-play meets MMA. Bringing online play to life comes from our prelim card. Egidius Vlahovičius versus Atanas Jambazov. The right hand sets up the knee. And what a left knee that was. The right hand for good measure. And the KO awarded in the light heavyweight division. And victory for the Lithuanian Egidius Vlahovičius in his Bellator debut. Here's Jimmy.
Thanks, Sean. I'm here with Bjorn Redmeat. Bjorn, we have some great fights in store this season, but the fight everyone is looking forward to, Chandler Alvarez 3. What's the big announcement?
Well, Jimmy, you and I were there for Alvarez Chandler 1. That was the greatest fight I had ever seen cage side. Then last November 2nd, they did it again, and the second fight was better than the first. Sometimes when you put two of the greatest fighters on earth in the cage together, they just give you artistic majesty. And on May 17th, live on pay-per-view, Saturday, May 17th, you're going to see these two guys in the trilogy fight once and for all. Alvarez Chandler for the world title, Jimmy. Cannot wait to see this fight.
Thank you so much, Bjorn. I'm joined by the champ and the challenger, Eddie Alvarez and Michael Chandler. Michael, coming off the first loss of your career, this being the trilogy, your chance at payback, how motivated are you for this fight?
Very motivated. The last loss, last fight left a bitter taste in my mouth. I'm excited to do it again. It's a fight that the fans want to see. It's a chance for redemption for myself. Obviously, every time myself and Eddie step in the cage, it's going to be a war. I commend him for that, and I'm looking forward to it.
Now, redemption was your theme in the last fight. You made the adjustments necessary to win that rematch. Is the third one about adjustments, or is it more of the same, man?
I think me and my team created a blueprint, a way to figure out Mike Chandler. I think we're going to leave it up to his guys to make the adjustments this time. And adjustments, technique is out the window. It's a battle of wills. And if you guys want to see a real fight, tune in. Tune in.
I cannot wait to call it again. May 17th, live on pay-per-view. Chandler Alvarez 3. Thank you so much.
Great stuff, Jimmy. I'm starting the countdown clock now to May 17th. The third fight, Alvarez, Chandler number 3 in the Bellator cage, live on pay-per-view. That's going to be something truly special. Our Locker Room Cam is brought to you by Warner Brothers Pictures' 300 Rise of an Empire in theaters March 7th.
Warming up his hands, Rampage Jackson needs to use those power punches on the inside against Cristiano Boo-Boo. He's got to use that jab, his mobility, his speed, does not want to stand in front of Rampage Jackson.
From a jam-packed Mohegan Sun in Uncasville, Connecticut, this is the Bellator Season 10 opener, and we're now set for our main event. In this battle of former world champions, it's Cristiano Boo-Boo versus Rampage Jackson for a place in the light heavyweight tournament final.
Rampage is here, and he's making a statement. Anybody that has a problem with me or my love for this sport, they can kiss my black ass.
Oh, good right hand. He's hurt, and that is it.
I'm back. Y'all gonna see more knockouts. More people will get messed up.
Cristiano Boo-Boo.
Le combat avec Rampage, c'est un des combats importants dans ma vie. Je suis devenu champion du monde en combattant les meilleurs combattants du monde.
He's hurt. Oh my God, this is over.
Mes enfants vont être fiers de moi, le champion du monde. J'ai promis à mes enfants qu'à la fin de ce tournoi, je ramènerai la ceinture à la maison.
This tournament, I want to fight the best. I have what it takes and more to be champion. I can be where the fuck I want to be.
KO win for Rampage Jackson.
It's been a long time since I was known as the best light heavyweight in the world. That's my drive, that's my motivation.
Rampage a eu son temps sous le feu des projecteurs. Il est temps pour moi de l'envoyer à la retraite.
Go, good knee. Go right hand. He's hurt. Boo-Boo's now looking to finish with a hammer fist.
I wish I could come out TV and smack you like, psh. It's just, I got some thunder in these hands, and You know, if I land him, anybody can go to sleep.
Good right hand. And that's it!
Je vais coucher Rampage ce soir. S'il me donne son bras, je le brise son bras. S'il me donne son menton, je le couche. Ce sera le premier à tomber, mais ce ne sera pas le dernier. Je reviens prendre ce qui m'appartient.
Rampage, he's just a vicious man. Just watch. I'm still one of the baddest dudes on this planet.
Everybody in my weight class better be shaking in their boots.
That's real talk.
And now ready to make his way to the cage, Christian Tantan Mbumbu.
Christian Mbumbu, the former Bellator light heavyweight world champion. Jimmy Mbumbu, an anomaly in modern mixed martial arts because he actually walks below his weight class limit. Mbumbu consistently between 195 and 200 pounds. He weighed in for this light heavyweight tournament semifinal round fight at 199.8. That's a weight, a walk-around weight of most high-level 170-pounders now in the sport.
Douglas Lima walks around bigger than Christian Mbumbu by a lot, 10, 15 pounds heavier than that.
And now set to make his way to the cage, Rampage Jackson.
One of the true superstars in the history of MMA, Quentin Rampage Jackson. This is his 45th pro MMA fight. His storied career began November 1999. For all of his bravado, for all of his unspokenness, Jimmy, Rampage Jackson told us that he feels he has honor and integrity as an MMA fighter, and he feels that Mbumbu simply doesn't. Rampage Jackson was really upset that Mbumbu said, "I'm going to retire Rampage in this fight."
That comment crossed a line in MMA. You can talk about, I'm going to hurt you, I'm going to choke you out, I'm going to break you. To end somebody's career, to hurt their ability to make a living, you generally don't say something like that. Rampage took that extremely personally. He said, this is how I feed my kids. He threatens that, I'm taking him out in the first round. That's why this fight's so emotional.
Rampage Jackson told us that he hasn't trained specifically for Christian Mbumbu. In fact, he never trained specifically for an opponent. In his mind, it's about what he needs to do and what he's going to do in a fight.
So the last time he looked at too much tape were the first two fights against Vanderlei Silva that did not go his way. He said, after that, I trained for me, not my opponent.
Let's now see the numbers. Dave & Buster's brings you our tale of the tape. Eat, drink, play, watch sports.
We talked about the weight difference. Christian Mbumbu on the scale, no weight cut, 199.8. Rampage Jackson, after a serious cut, 206. He walks around heavyweight side.
It's our main event. Let's get it started with Michael Williams.
Live on Spike, Bellator MMA along with Mohegan Sun, where it's your time to shine. Now present the main event of the evening, a light heavyweight semifinal in the toughest tournament in sports. Sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation. Chairman is Kevin Brown. Supervising cage side, Mike Mazzulli and Mike Murtha. Tonight's main event is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator MMA. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time. And now, set for 3 5-minute rounds, introducing the red corner. At 6'3", weighing in at 199.8 pounds, the former Bellator world champion tonight returns with 18 professional victories, 5 defeats, and 1 draw. He hails from Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, presenting Christian Tantan Mbumbu. And across the cage, his opponent fighting out of the blue corner at 6'1", weighing in at 206 pounds. Tonight, making his Bellator tournament debut, the two-time world champion brings an outstanding professional record of 33 victories, 11 defeats. Fighting out of Irvine, California, introducing Rampage Jackson. And the referee in control of the action, Big John McCarthy.
Jimmy, your keys to victory are presented by Victory Motorcycles. Ride one and you'll own one.
Christian Mpumu needs to stay mobile, work the jab, stay on the outside. Rampage Jackson, get inside. Use that physical advantage he has. He's got more power, he's got to use it.
Christian Mpumu
Here we go.
versus Quentin Rampage Jackson, the winner through to the light heavyweight tournament final, round number 1. And a fast start coming out from Rampage. Our fight clock is brought to you by Miller Lite, the official beer of Bellator. It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
He's in stalking mode already. Don't expect Christian Mpumu to bite on that and slug it out with Rampage. He's going to move, stay on the outside, use his footwork. Christian Mpumu does have his own knockout power. Very accurate, very powerful right hand. Knocked out Rich Hale, knocked out Tim Carpenter.
Mpumu said, the advantage that I have above all else is my speed. He then said, I'm going to dance until I land the big knockout shot.
Rampage has to do is use his footwork to cut off the cage. Can't stalk, can't go straight after Christian Mpumu. Sees that boxing footwork to corral him, then unload.
Rampage in stalking mode. Mpumu on his bicycle. For the second time already in this fight, Rampage gives Mpumu the come on, let's go signal. Mpumu gave it back to him last time, but not this time. Contrast in styles, obviously. Contrast in body types.
Oh, nice right hand over the top. That hurt him, Mpumu.
Rampage getting inside effectively with those punches.
Rampage had a lot of trouble with his knees. Christian Mpumu knows he can make him follow him, maybe wear them out, make him angle coming after him.
Clever turn by Mpumu. Turn right back from Rampage Jackson.
What Christian Mpumu wants to do is make Rampage answer the questions he didn't answer in the Joey Beltran fight. Can he win a long fight? Can he win a fight in which the opponent doesn't stand in front of him and trade punches? So Christian Mpumu is going to be very cautious in this first round. Use a lot of mobility.
Knees from Christian Mpumu.
Work it out.
John McCarthy saying, work it out. Growing a bit impatient. I think Rampage Jackson's growing a bit impatient as well, Jimmy.
Christian might just play it safe in this first round. Try and turn it on. Second round, third round.
Just saw the restart from John McCarthy. Trying to pump his jab.
Mpumu yet to land an effective punch.
Jack's not fully committing to that lead left hook. Final minute, round number 1. Light heavyweight tournament semifinal round, our main event of the evening. Outside kick, not much on that. Saw Rampage walking right through it, Jimmy. Get in stalking mode.
Pumu pawing with that jab, but not unloading with it.
It was really more of a slip.
It was a slip, but this is not where he wants to be against Rampage.
And he's out! There's the stoppage on the big right hands from John McCarthy. And now look at Rampage Jackson in the face of Christian Pumu.
Christian Pumu is protesting, but he was out.
The sequence started on the slip, but Rampage pounced and finished with the right hand.
Short strikes, did not take any reach at all. No range, short punches put him out. Rampage still upset.
John McCarthy, as you just saw, pulling off Rampage Jackson. Still had more left for Christian Pumu after that knockout win. Let's show you the end of the fight. It's brought to you by DirecTV, our DirecTV replay.
Started with the slip here. He threw a kick. Short punch by Rampage, put him on the floor, and look at this. Short right hands. That was all it took. The head went back, eyes went back. That was it. Short shots right on the chin. Christian Pumu right now, eyes wide shut, has no idea what's going on. That's a clean knockout. Good stoppage by John McCarthy. He woke up again as soon as John McCarthy tackled Rampage, but that makes no difference. He was out.
See the position of Pumbu's head arcing backwards? And then the talk from Rampage Jackson after the knockout. Don't just watch TV, DirecTV, call 1-800-DirecTV. Jimmy, Rampage Jackson really took that "I'm going to retire him" comment very personally.
No retirement yet for Rampage Jackson.
Rampage Jackson now 34 pro MMA wins, and he's a perfect 2-0 inside the Bellator cage as he books his place in the light heavyweight tournament final.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the end comes officially 4 minutes, 34 seconds into round number 1. The winner by knockout now, a light heavyweight tournament finalist, Rampage Jackson.
You saw Rampage Jackson graciously then going over to Christian Pumu. Definitely has settled down. He's now with Jimmy Smith.
You're not getting my mic this time, Rampage.
You didn't get it to me last time.
I've seen you emotional after a lot of fights. Never like that. Tell me how that knockout felt, man.
Listen, these guys, they think I'm finished. He said he's gonna retire me. I took that personal. Bellator, y'all don't know what y'all messing with. I'm a monster. I'm taking everybody out. Anybody stepping in this cage, they going to sleep. You next, you next, you next. Man, I'm the man of Bellator now. I took your spot.
That's your tournament final at 205, almost starting early. Rampage Jackson and King Mo. Give it up for him, ladies and gentlemen.
Fireworks for Quint Rampage Jackson as he knocks out Christian Pumu, and then fireworks as he confronts that man, King Mo, his opponent, in the Season 10 light heavyweight tournament final. Good stuff from John McCarthy and Jimmy Smith to restore order in the Bellator cage.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.